It's Medicine Hat's best morning show for a reason.
It cracks me up. It's so funny.
It's KJ and Kirby on your at-work station.
My 96.
So, Saturday I did something that could have turned out horribly. It could have got, I could have got killed or something. Can I tell you the story of what happened? So, I was in the grocery store, and what was I looking at? I was picking out some breakfast cereal. That's what it was.
Which can be a daunting task.
Yeah, and there was this little old lady that was pushing her shopping cart in the aisle there, and I'm looking, mini wheats, Special K. I'm looking through all the cereals there, and she sees me looking, and she looks in my direction, and she says that stuff must be gold plated. It's so expensive nowadays. I'm like, well, it's kind of expensive. Yeah, it's kind of the direction it's going. She says, yeah, everything is so expensive. My cab ride here was just so expensive. And then she just keeps on pushing her cart. And I'm like, wow, okay. So she pushes a little further, and I'm looking at more cereals. And what does she say? She says something like, she says, I can't even afford a cab, but I got to get a cab because I can't take this stuff home otherwise. And so I'm like, okay, whatever. And she had groceries. She had stuff in her cart there, and she had a big thing of paper towel in there as well. I mean, there's no way she's going to walk home with this thing under her arm or whatever, right? And so anyways, I'm like, yeah, I feel kind of sorry for that little old lady. Whatever. And so then, I continue my shopping, and it just so happens that when I'm looking for a checkout at the store there, the shortest line was the line that she was almost through the line there. She just paid for her items there, and she was just in. And I only had like 4 items on my thing there. So, she goes through, and then I pay, and she's kind of slowly making her way to the front of the store there. And I don't know if she's like waiting for her cab or what she was doing. I think that's what was happening there. And I'm just kind of walking, and I said, like, do you need a ride? And she's like, oh, God bless your heart. That would be so nice of you. I'm like, I don't know. Should I really offer this? Like,
she got so surprised that she was dropping hints from the moment you guys locked eyes.
Yeah, locked eyes. So we didn't lock eyes. And so I'm like, just grab your stuff. Just put it in.
What?
Let me open the trunk for you. And so I opened the trunk for her, and she put all her groceries in there.
You're going to drive a stranger home.
Totally. And
what, did you sign up for an Uber membership or something? Like, I don't understand.
Well, you know what though, I could have, because so she gets in the passenger side there, and she says I'll pay you some money for taking me home. I said no, absolutely not. And so she had the groceries in the back, and so it wasn't that far. I think it's maybe about 10 or 15 blocks that she had to go. It was in that area behind. What's that place? Chinook Village?
Right.
Behind there. So there's kind of a older residential area. Beautiful neighborhood there with like trees that go like over top of the street. Amazing back there. I love that neighborhood. Anyway, so I drive her back there, and I pull up to her house there, and she was so thankful. And I'm like, this probably is it's not a good habit to get into giving strangers rides home. But it felt good doing it, right? She was so thankful. You're
just lucky that had a good ending.
But you know what? Okay, here's the thing, though, right? Okay, if she, I don't know if she was going to walk home or what she was going to do. But the fact is, all right, if my mom went grocery shopping and she was like walking home, I don't know, 6 or 10 blocks or whatever, I would hope that if someone saw her struggling and needed a little bit of help, that someone would offer. Right? Just offer. And you know what? Yes, there's danger involved. Yes,
and that's the thing, right? In today's society, we become so accustomed to being scared of everything and not trusting anybody. But I mean, back in the day, people slept with their doors unlocked. They helped out their neighbors. They would have never thought twice about picking up a hitchhiker on the side of the highway. Like, these are things that never concerned anyone, 20 years ago. And now it's just like we're so suspicious of everything.
Well, sure. It's like it was like after I offered and she was putting the stuff in the trunk, I'm like, okay, what are the
You're
possible?
lucky she didn't put you in your trunk.
What are the? That's right.
Next thing you know, you're going for a ride in your own car, but it ain't in the seat.
She's like 85 years old, shoving a guy that's 6'4", 240
could be a
in my own
disguise.
trunk.
You don't know. You got to be very careful these days.
Yeah, she's 5'3", but it's a disguise. She's
She's
actually 6'7".
Could be Jackie Chan underneath there. I don't know.
Could be. I was thinking, okay, so what are the possible ways this could go wrong in a terrible way? But luckily everything turned out okay. But you know what? It felt good. And like I said, throughout the whole thing, I'm like, and someday your parents are going to be old as well. And someday they'll have their driver's license taken away. And someday they'll be struggling. We all will. We'll all have to go through that someday where you don't have a license anymore, you can't drive, but you have personal needs and errands to run and stuff like that. And, hopefully we have somebody to help us, but a lot of seniors nowadays don't. They're on their own, right? And can you imagine, do you know how much a cab is nowadays? And I'm not saying don't support cabs, but have you seen how much they are nowadays?
Mm-hmm.
And so, a lot of seniors on a fixed income that are, looking at their taxes going up and are looking at a carbon tax they're going to have to pay now, looking at all this stuff that they're going to have to somehow find a way to, and they're not making more money.
I'm just going to get my parents Segways. And they can get a little cart that they can hook up and just deal with it. Yeah, exactly.
In fact, just get them one and your mom can
sit in the wagon. It's like a side passenger.
All right, 8:27, KJ and Kirby Show.
KJ and Kirby.
In the morning when the sun comes rising up.
On My 96.
Celebrate